Hello, Brave Masters. Welcome to another amazing episode of the Brave Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Jena Rodriguez, and I am your transformational mentor and business growth strategist. And I'm committed to helping you, my friend, truly get your brave on at magical levels in your life and business, and ultimately eradicate the fear that keeps you stuck, keeps you playing small. And that's what this platform is all about. I get to bring amazing guests like our guest today, Lauren Powers, and tell their story and share with you that you're not alone. We go through all this together, and we can still really tap into the brave that we all have. So welcome, Lauren. How are you? So good to see you.
Thank you, my fearless brave master.
Like, yes, there we go.
From a fierce female to a brave master. I think it's
yes.
like we've been talking about. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
At the spot where we met, last month.
Yes.
So last month we completely connected, and that's what networking helps people do, and we're perfect examples of that.
Yes, exactly. I know we're part of a really great international network group, and me moving to LA for just 3 months ago, and it's a great way. And I've met you and some amazing people. So yeah, thank you. And I'm really glad we get to play together.
Yeah,
so
we're not done. It's only day one.
I know we're already talking about next year. So yes.
2020 is going to be brave and fierce.
That's right. We got so many things happening. Well, tell everyone, just go ahead and introduce yourself really quick. Like what kind of work do you do in the world? Because I know you do some amazing stuff.
Well, I do a lot of things, but right now I'm going to try it out on your audience here that I'm Lauren Powers, and I am a former firefighter, because there's a lot of F's, so get ready. Former firefighter, now founder of the Fierce Formula, focusing on females 40 to 50 plus to become fit, fabulous, fearless, fierce, and effable.
I love all of the F's.
Right? And it's fun. And then once you do all that, then you become financially free.
Awesome. Yeah.
So it's a whole package. And basically what I'm looking to do is not make, most of my clients don't want to be champion bodybuilders. Hello.
Right. Like you.
Okay. But what they do want to do is they want to feel better from the inside out. And so from my 30 years of experience in the health and wellness industry and being a 10-time overall bodybuilding champion, I can take you all the way to the top, or we start from where you are now and just become a better version of yourself from the inside out. And there's just so many layers to that. And mainly it starts, the mindset,
right,
getting the information and engaging in this, and then, getting results, community, and excitement. It spells fierce, F-I-E-R-C.
I love it.
So that's kind of what I'm up to lately. I've done a lot of things in the past. My story is being the former firefighter, and that's where your brave masters, kind of resonated with that.
Sure.
At the age of 34, all of a sudden I decided to get back to my community and become a firefighter after my town nearly burned to the ground. The city of Laguna Beach, California was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really big deal. And so at that age, I'm like, oh, now I want to be a firefighter. Well, I didn't know that there's a lot to it. It's not as easy as, okay.
Just pour some water on that thing. Yeah. No.
Right. I'm so used to getting everything I want. So this took some steps. I had to step back and go through the process, actually enroll in school. I went as fast as you can possibly do. Not that I'm an overachiever or anything. Hello. Fast pace. And became this fearless person because I had to be. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I was 34 to 36 going through an academy with up to 40 boys, if you will, that are, 18 to maybe 21 years of age. I'm 34 as a female.
Right.
A champion bodybuilder at the time, having to pass the same exact tests and agility and all these things you have to put yourself through
for sure.
to graduate, literally. And then you have to test and get on the departments and all that. Well, I did the whole process, but what happened is at the end of it all, I was already on a department working, but there was an opportunity to become a full-time firefighter, which was my dream in my hometown. And I got discriminated against. Makes part of my story. I get a little bit emotional because it was so devastating at the time. I had my whole life crushed on me that I gave everything I had to become and give back, and I just got cut off.
Wow.
You can see I still have deep, wounds
Yeah, I
about
can
that.
feel you.
But the message is to push through. And they actually now done me a favor, because from that, I literally springboarded into who I am today and
Right.
become this fierce people that can
Unstoppable
cry.
force. Yes.
That is, well, that's strength, though. To show vulnerability is
Yeah.
power.
Yes.
And I'm sure you could agree, because I used to think it was weak, and it's really not.
100%. Me too. It's not.
So, oh my goodness. Well, I'm
Take
not
your
feeling
breath.
that great, so I'm like all vulnerable. But back to the message is pushing through, and looking back in hindsight, it's really, really leaped me into becoming literally a champion bodybuilder,
Mm,
because of the strength and the mindset I had to develop from getting through what I went through pushed me into now I'm literally, that's why I'm so passionate about this fierce formula, is because I can push through anything. If I dealt with what I had to go through
right.
there,
Right.
this stuff's a piece of cake. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So even though I'm emotional about it because it was a painful time, it's given me the power and the strength to really become this powerhouse, hence the name Lauren Powers, and kick ass, be brave, master my purpose.
Yes, for sure.
Share, yeah. And so now it's to share with other women, no matter what they've been through in their past, it's okay
Yeah.
that we can be badass, fierce, brave females at any age and be the best we can and share.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited about it because it's a big movement.
Yeah. It
You know,
is. It is.
and women need to come into their power and just realize not to be pushed around. And we're not second to male ever. In fact, we dominate. Hello, look at who I'm talking to.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
Ditto. Yeah.
to be brave and reach in and figure out, what that means to you.
That's right.
It's personal, but it's universal.
It is, and I number one, I feel you, and I hold you in the safe space, because I think that is one of the bravest things. I always say brave mastery is about facing oneself,
Mhm.
and allowing the transparency and the vulnerability of that emotional journey to be given, right? Not to be suffocated, not to be shut down. And that's what I think is important for people to anchor here, is, and as we talk, is that to fierce is, fierce or brave or what have you, is not necessarily, in my opinion, it's not about force, but it is about authenticity. And I think it's about, finding the strength that we all have, because it's almost like we have more capability than we sometimes allow ourselves. And it's like, for you to go through, number one, I mean, obviously, just like, thank you for your service, right? Your community needed you, and you're like, I want to do this and I want to give back. And then there's these massive
Yep.
obstacles. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was rough. I mean, the reason the tears and stuff, I went through 35 depositions. It was a year and a half. There was a big
Wow.
lawsuit. It was a gender discrimination case. There was 3 of us females. It just didn't happen to me, but some of my fellow gals. And it was ridiculous. But we proved, the good old boy club. But the good news on the end, and not to, end on a sad story, is that I literally became fierce through that for myself. But 2, I've made change for females across the country that are going through the interview process like I did. It will never, what happened to me will never happen to another female now, because of the changes that the lawsuit made. And they kind of deemed me as a silent hero, and all these
Yeah.
people wanted to do interviews on me and all that. But I was advised, my attorney's like, you've been through enough, let it lie, you've made change, use that power for good. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just, now I want to share what I've been through the story, as you brought up. But now, what do we do? And we take it from there. So now I've got all these different tricks and tips and products
Formulas.
and formulas, yeah, to become a better version, literally from the inside out. I endorse different products now. I've vet certain companies. I've got, now I'm pervy being a fitness. I'm literally considered a fitness celebrity and an icon and legend and all this in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
I'm a promoter now. I've won, 10 shows, like I was saying, but that lead me to help me promote my own fitness shows.
Mm-hmm.
I like the politics of the sport. So I'm like, you know what, this is not fair. I'm all about giving back. I'm the athlete for the athlete. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do my own.
Right.
That's what I did. I created my own fitness out of nothing. So now I give
Amazing.
athletes a platform and a stage to compete on a safe zone that they know they're going to be judged fairly, and I give as much as I can through the sponsors, and it's been a big deal for the last 5 years.
Love
But
that.
now this whole fierce thing is new for 2020. I mean, maybe we can launch this together. Is
Yeah.
really this to create this in the women's empowerment movement, and both my book and all the things that I've been through, to really now not hold it for myself, but to really give and share through my experience and my message and my story to other women that have been through, some tragedies, and how to triumph over them and
That's right.
stay stuck, like what you do, the same thing.
Absolutely.
We can either stay stuck and I can be, oh, look what happened to me, and play the victim. Oh, I got discriminated against. Well, big deal. Take that and push through, and now become this rock star and empowering other women. Hello.
Yeah. Which one do you want? Yeah.
Uh,
And I think it's important that, not everyone is going to express that fierceness or brave in the same way.
right.
Uh,
Of course.
but internally, I think the cleaner and the more, obviously the more clear we are on who we are and what we're capable of. And I think we hide that or diminish that. And then the big dreams and the things that we want, even if it's just, I want a family and I want, I want a successful business. I don't have to be a superstar. I just want, financial freedom, or, like you said, a healthy body. I don't have to go be the next bodybuilder or champion.
Right.
But if you do, you are obviously a huge example of, yes, you can.
You
And
can.
I think is the message inside of being fierce or being brave, is not about being something, not even being who we are. Clearly, like, we are examples of what's possible. But it's like, I think it's about finding your own possibility. And because I see so many people not step into that, like they just stop themselves at go. They do not make it past go.
It's very true.
Right?
And the only one that is missing out, well, it's the rest of the world, for
Yeah,
one,
for
that can
sure.
benefit
The
from what you
servicing.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a selfish thing. It's selfish if you don't share. That's how I feel about it. So I've changed my own mindset. Like, I can just, like, be embarrassed, oh, I got discriminated against, for being a female.
Sure.
Or I can go, you know what, I'm using this now and use my power to change in the message and maybe help other women. And that's not being selfish. That's being
That's
amazing.
being of service,
And
right
being of service, yeah, and being generous with
there. Yeah.
some things that may have happened to you. And my book's full of that, and just daring to be different, stepping outside the box, like you mentioned earlier, being authentic and just being proud of who you are. I mean, I'm proud of the body I built. Like, this physique is on purpose.
Sure.
It's not no mistake I look the way I do.
Right.
Get your attention, because then once you get to know me, you realize I have a lot of information. I'm very approachable. I've been through a lot. I share a lot. I can give you everything I've got. Maybe just ask me. But and it's hard. That general public is not always so kind, and people judge
Right.
me all the time. I talk about overcoming judgment, and these are real issues that happen not just to me, but to many of our peers. If I can step on stage at your age of 40 for the first time as a bodybuilder, and win, and come back a decade later and win the same show over at the famous Muscle Beach down in Venice, California,
Nice.
and get out there in a bikini and dance around in front of cameras and people like crazy. I've always been on these cameras, and just, not to brag or anything, this is to inspire. Is I've just done 4 huge music videos, including 2 photo shoots, just this year at the age of 57 in a bikini. Like,
Yes.
who does that? Who does that? Like,
Yeah. I'm like, you can say who, because I just saw the picture on your website. I'm like, you're hanging out with the right people for sure.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. Jennifer Lopez is one.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga is another. Katy Perry is one, just to name a few.
Yeah.
And if I didn't push through, like now I'm excited. If I would have been a firefighter somewhere, these same opportunities probably would have not presented themselves.
That's right.
So I look back now, and not to cry about it now, I can celebrate it, that this is a good thing. Everything in your life is exactly the way it's supposed to be. If we know that, it makes those hard times easier to deal with, that there's always a better way. Like, we're just actors in this life. So we
Yeah.
just take the steps and do the footwork and manifest what we want. That stuff really works. I mean, I manifested J-Lo, literally.
Literally, right in front
Literally, I really did. I was watching TV and on the World of Dance. I'm like, I was telling my friends, I'm like, I've never met her yet. I've met some all these other, names I've said, but not her. And I'm not kidding you. My cell phone literally went off. I got a text message. Are you available for a music video? It never said the name until the morning I got there.
Unbelievable.
I pulled up and the security comes to my car and says, good morning. Are you here for the Jennifer Lopez music video? And I'm like, yes, I am.
Just say yes.
And yeah, so there you go. It's like, it's being fearless. That's where that comes in. And I mean, and trusting, because normally I have to go through casting and auditions and through my agent and fittings and callbacks, and it's this whole long thing to get booked on some of these things. There was nothing. It was just through a text message and a number I didn't even know.
Wow.
And I trusted.
You trusted that unknown number.
I drove to LA from Orange County in my wrapped vehicle.
Yes.
And there it was, and it was real. And then I was the only one on set that got the photo with her.
Nice.
So when they go to the website from my gift that I'm going to give your audience, the beneaththemuscle.com,
right,
see the digital picture of Jennifer Lopez and myself.
That's amazing.
Music video. Yeah, that I made. She made me wear a G-string bikini. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's brave right there.
Brave. Yeah. And I'm laughing. I'm like, are you kidding me? I told the director, I'm like, I just had pizza and ice cream last night. I didn't know it was what I was doing, right? I had no clue. But I just knew I was booked on something.
Wow.
And yeah, and I wore it and it came out great. It's in the latest Medicine music video by J-Lo.
Yes.
So you'll see the white bikini.
That's great.
Wait. But the thing is, like, these things would have never happened if I would have let any things in my past crush me and take me down and play the victim and not be brave, not get into my full power. There would nowhere. I would just be a nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have unfolded. But instead, this one, what want to really enlighten women is that to step into that and just like, you know what, this is just something. I can push through this and become on the other side and bigger and better and more powerful than ever.
Right.
It really works. And I've done this many, many times. So I'm an expert in overcoming kind of, especially in a man's world. Everything I've tended to do, Jena, in my past has been hard and difficult, like crazy things. People are like, what do you want to do that for? I'm like, I don't even know. I have some innate internal drive that makes me push through usually male dominated industries.
Right.
Fitness promoter. There's no females that do that.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere and go against the giants. And I'm like, okay, the Lauren Powers Classic, who's in it? You know what I mean? And I've been doing it. I haven't gone away. They've been trying to crush me since day one. Everybody thought I'd be a one-hit wonder. I'm 5 years later. I hosted the World Championships on my stage in Huntington Beach. I had 40 countries fly in to be on my stage with over 200 amazing athletes, the best in their country.
Yes.
Come and be here and compete for me.
Amazing.
It was amazing. So don't ever let anybody say you can't do anything.
I think that's who you are, right? I think that's the testament is that, and I mean, age is no limit, gender is no limit, right? Clearly. And the only limitation is your mind. Yes, you.
So you can see with my hands going in and out. That's wild. I do have fingers, people.
I'm going to get my guns out right now.
There you go. That's it.
But I think it's just like, I mean, you are an inspiration and you have clearly, I think we all have our path. I think we all have our experiences. And even if it's in, even if it doesn't seemingly appear to be something, kind of a brick wall to overcome, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's like going up against, the firefighting, challenge. And then now, the bodybuilding industry and, and all these things. I mean, no matter what people are up to, I see so many people turn the corner and never make the decision, right? And so what is some of the formula that you use? Like I want to maybe give some people some practical steps of, how to get fierce, how to break through the fear and the doubt and the not worthiness and all of that. Like what is some advice that we can leave the audience?
Well, I've kind of been talking about it this whole time, and it's really just coming into your own power and realizing that no matter what happens to you, we can always learn from it. And it's just knowing that it's going to be okay and not letting anything take you down. I mean, of course, we all have bad days. I mean, I am human. I claim to be Wonder Woman, but you know,
I put it on a t-shirt, but you know.
yeah, I have the crown and the queen of
Right.
health. However, you know, it's not always easy.
Correct.
But what gets you to the other side is persistence and being consistent and knowing and being clear. You mentioned that word clear, and I think that's huge. When you're floundering around and not knowing in your direction, then you're on the fence, and that's the worst place to be, knowing which way to go. It really is. I'd rather just know, and then nothing stops me.
Yeah.
If I don't know, then I get hung up and get stuck. Like
Right.
that's where you come in. You get us unstuck.
I get you unstuck.
and that's a good thing, and I commend you for that, because so many people I find in my path are stuck, and you know, they'll hold on to the weight as far as their own physical appearance, or a lot of the mindset too is my whole mission is self-care, and to really turn that mind around and put yourself first instead of last. And as women, especially mothers, I find it more so in moms, that they're so busy with their children and their husband and then their careers that they forget about themselves.
That's right.
Then gravity takes over, age takes over, and things start hanging and growing and growing.
Weird things start growing.
Yeah, we look in the mirror and we're like, who is that? You know, and I hear that.
Yeah,
so, and then knowing that there's help, that you can change that. So you can, you know, hire a custom image physique designer.
Yeah, love that.
You like that?
I love that.
Yes, that's
Beautiful.
me. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not your 24-hour gym girl. I
love what you called it. That's amazing.
Custom image physique designer.
Nice. An architect.
Correct. Well, because we sculpt your body, but again, for the tips, it starts with the mind. You have to make the decision to make the change, realize you are worth it. And without your health, I'm telling you, my depression is because people are dying all around me.
I know.
Of crazy diseases that we didn't even have it less than a decade ago. Think about that.
Right.
So between the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we put in our mouth are not the same. They just aren't. So we have to be so mindful of what we're doing. And what I've done for my program is I've researched and vetted so many products and services to combat some of these issues.
Got it.
That I want my clients healthy. I want them healthy in order to be wealthy.
Correct.
But business entrepreneurs like us, we get so busy wrapped up in building our business that we forget about that. But think about that. If we don't feel good, how are you going to go out and change the world and make a difference?
100%.
You've got to put the energy into yourself. So, I mean, I endorse right now. I'm really excited about it. It's a DNA-based supplement, single supplement based on you. It's custom. Everything I do is custom.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, design.
Yes, and I'll give you the link for your viewers, because if they want to know more information, then they can write to me. I have a website. We just do a quick DNA swab of your cheek. We send it to the lab. They make you a supplement, one thing, and that's all you take for the day, and it helps your telomeres and the strands of your DNA based on you and your DNA.
I love that, because I think there's too much trying to be cookie cutters out there, and it doesn't work.
We're all different. We're
all different. Yeah.
Every single person has their own DNA. So how can you just take one multivitamin or one product or whatever? Even though they may all be great, they may not be great for you.
Yeah. So true.
Huge. So that's one of my biggest tips for your audience, is to get with me on this DNA single supplement. It is rocking the world. I have, this is what it is.
Okay. Euphoria. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Yeah, and it'll be laurenpowers.euphoriascience.com is the link. And I have the videos and all the stuff on it. I'm, believe me, a total fitness advocate, and I vetted this company 100%. I'm on it. I've never felt better. Me personally, I think I was taking too many supplements, because everything gives me everything. I'm sponsored by all.
Sure.
Right, my whole pantry. There's no food. It's all supplements. The whole thing. I'm not kidding. Everyone knows. Like, how do you know what to even take? I didn't. I was guessing. It's called blind nutrition. So I don't want people to go through what I did and actually overtox their body.
Right.
Like, too much is not good. Not enough is good. That's malnutrition. Or too much is being toxic.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I really felt so much better, because I'm giving my body exactly to the millidose, microdose supplement of what it needs. it's talk about badass. It is badass. It's the smartest thing I've done for my own nutrition. And I really want to share it with the rest of
Amazing.
the world. Yeah.
I love hearing that. And just to kind of sum that up for people, what I heard was make a decision, gain the clarity, right? Get clear, make the decisions, and self-care. And that's a big conversation. Clearly that's been one of my focuses this year. And I too have struggled with my weight. It was a lot of emotional weight.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the part I had to go after most. And then, continue. I still struggle to stay on board with it.
Yeah.
But I've dropped 60 pounds. So that's a good
Wow.
thing, right? You didn't even know me when, right?
No, it's not. Amazing.
And it is. Thank you. And it's not about, it was so much more about like letting it go of the emotional releases I needed to let go of, the protection that I was creating from it. And then just, feeling good, right? Feeling better and about myself and about my body. And as an entrepreneur, I was pushing and putting that on the back burner. For sure.
We do. We put ourselves last because we get so busy. And our families, and it's called real life, and like real life gets in the way. But instead of it getting in the way, and I'm guilty of it myself. That's why I've got to stand true and be authentic to my own self and put that self-care. People are like, Lauren, every day you're doing, you're getting acupuncture, you're getting chiropractor, you're getting massage, you're getting this. Every day I'm doing something, but that's lifestyle.
Yes.
So it's not being selfish, it's being really smart. And because my health has to come first. How can I build my wealth without my health?
Yeah.
And you just can't.
100%. Yeah, this is the vessel that all that comes from, right? We think all the material things come to us. That I say that we create it from us. So if we're not generating the energy, the vibration, the wellness, then how can that be well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm in a chiropractic process right now, twice a week, and because I've let that go, my back and that's been feeling really well, a lot better.
Hey.
So it's every day. As much as you work on your emotional and your mindset and your work and your money making activities, you've got to work on you, the vessel, the vehicle. So I love that you're what's the word, comprehensive about all that, and that, it's inside out, and that you are the one to help people, custom design their bodies and life. But in a very fierce way. You are a powerhouse, and you, at the same time, getting to know you, I know you have the biggest heart and generosity, and I really appreciate that of you. So. Yeah, we can be some really strong women, but underneath it all, we're just softies.
Yeah, don't tell anybody now.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
Big
I'm
secret.
just a marshmallow and underneath all the muscle. That's why the book's called Beneath the Muscle.
Yeah.
You like that?
I love it. Love it.
It
Even those F's, I'm never going to forget.
Right?
All the F's.
All the F's. There's a lot more.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, just look up the dictionary.
You get the gist of it.
Yeah, I do. Well, this has been
fun. Having fun is very important, though.
It is. Yeah, it is. Feel good. Right? Another F.
Another F, exactly. Yeah. But it's not free.
Right.
Here's formula is not free.
Here's formula is not free. There are so many free things, though. Yes.
Almost. But it's all good. We're very excited. So yeah, a lot of information we shared, I think, today.
I do too. I think we've just touched the surface of who you are and what you bring. But thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for your story. And I know there's much more to your story. We'd have to have another session for that. Yes. And maybe we'll do that in the where are you now moment somewhere in the future.
Yeah. I love that.
I know. I love that too. So first and foremost, I know you mentioned the link already, but let's go ahead and let everybody know where they can connect with you and what that free complimentary book offer that you gave them.
Absolutely. Well, my main website is laurenpowers.com, and that's the umbrella, and you can find the book, which is beneaththemuscle.com under there. Okay. I also have the audio book available for those of you that don't want to read and can listen to
I do both.
my rough voice on audio. That was the roughest thing I've ever done. I'm telling you that. That is not
That was a
easy.
brave one, right?
That was very brave to speak my whole book on to the world with my own voice. It
Yeah.
was a rough process and emotional. It really was.
Yeah.
But so that's available. Then the fitness events are on there. We'll have the calendar on there for my Powers Empowerment, Women's Empowerment events
Perfect.
next year. And what else? My t-shirts, the fit
Yes.
female t-shirts will be available under laurenpowers.com. The book has its own link, beneaththemuscle.com.
Great.
And what else? Got lots
Yeah.
going on.
Everything's there,
So
right?
everything's there. So just find me, and I'm available for more things like this. I love doing interviews. I love sharing the message.
Yeah.
I love speaking. I want to speak on more stages next year, share my story, and
Love
just empower and enlighten and help women become fit, fierce females.
Yeah. Love, love, love. Well, I thank you so much for your time. And I do have one final question that I love asking my clients.
Oh, only one.
Just the final one.
Okay.
And that is, if this was your last episode, last interview, last stage, and no more stages to be had, what would be the final message that you would want to leave with everyone?
Wow.
Feel the weight of that.
Yeah, right. There's a lot to that. I think I've been saying it throughout the whole interview as well, and I stay consistent. The thread is just to stay true to yourself,
Yes.
be authentic, don't let anybody tell you you can't, and be fierce.
Awesome. I love it. Yes, that is your legacy right there. All right. Thank you so much, Lauren. You're such a blessing. I appreciate you. And thank you to everyone watching and listening. I really, truly appreciate your support of this show. It's been many years. We're already over 200 episodes. And if you got any value out of this, please give us a review. Let us know. Give us some feedback. Lauren and I would certainly love to hear from you either way. And just until our next episode, I can't wait to see you and pour more into you. Let's go get our brave on. Talk to you then.
Yay.
Yay.